And welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to create an ice cream icon creator in Scratch, since it is very close to summertime and I wanted to do a Scratch project that incorporates some summer vibes into it. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, you'd want to start off in Scratch with a blank canvas. So I'm going to get rid of this default cat by clicking on the X mark. And now we are going to start by painting a new sprite. So to do that, we are going to hover over the Scratch, the Choose a Sprite icon. And instead of clicking Search, we are going to click the paintbrush to create our own from absolute scratch using the paint tools in Scratch. So to do that, and we are going to start off by making the cone part of our ice cream, so like the base. So I'm going to click on the square shape to press down to drawing a square. So you might be thinking, why are you drawing a square? We are supposed to be making a cone. I'm getting to that. So first I'm going to change the fill to a yellow color before I do anything. And then I'm going to select the shaping tool, I call it. I'm not even sure what it's called, but that's what I call it. And then I'm going to just slowly shape this to become like a cone. Just like so. And just like that, you have a cone. And if you would like, you can add some waffle lines to it by using the line tool and making sure the outline is set to black and just drawing some lines in it. But I think I'm going to skip that step for now, and feel free to add other different cone options to your menu by clicking on using the copy and paste options. So to do this, I'm going to select the copy, and I'm going to open a new paint sprite, and I'm going to click paste, and then I'm going to just change the fill color of this cone to a slightly different hue. So I'm going to pick this greeny color. And yeah, so that is basically how you create a cone in Scratch. Alright, so now that I have repeated this step to create multiple ice cream cones or ice cream holders or whatever you want to call these things, I am now going to create a button so we can transition between to change the cones, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So to do that, we are going to create a new sprite separately for the button. I'm going to do this by doing the exact same thing and selecting the paint tool, and then I'm going to click on the square once again and shape my button. I'm going to pick a color quickly. I'll do this pale purple color and draw it out. Move it around the canvas if necessary to shape where you want to put your button. And I'm going to shrink it a little bit. And you can always change these sizes later if you would wish. And then I'm going to add some text to it as well. Make sure that the text fill is on black or different color, whatever you want to see it, so you can actually visually see it on the button. And I'm going to change the font to handwriting. This is optional. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing it because I want to add some more uniqueness to my project. So I'm going to put cone. Perfect. And I'm going to move this text around to be at the center of the button and enlarge the text a little bit. And there we go. So now it's time for the actual code. So make sure that you have selected this button, because we want to be putting the code on the button sprite and not the cone sprite just yet. So now the first code, we're going to go into events and drag out when this sprite clicked. When the sprite clicked. So that means that when this button is clicked, a certain event is going to happen. So I'm going to pull out the broadcast message 1 block, and I'm going to change message 1 to new message, and I'm going to name this message cone. Okay, and then so this says, or this code script says that when this button is clicked, when this sprite is clicked, it will broadcast cone to different sprites. So it's broadcasting a signal, but this won't work. This code won't work unless we put another code into a different sprite to catch the signal. So I'm gonna switch back to the cone, and then I'm gonna go when I receive cone. So when this sprite receives the cone signal, we want it to do a certain action. So in this case, we would want it to go to the next costume to switch around its costumes or colors that we have made. So now, when I click cone, it should change, just like so. And there you have it. That is our first step to creating our icon creator. Now that we have got our code successfully made, we are going to next create our the actual ice cream. So we're going to do the exact same step. Paint. And then we're going to click on the circle this time and just draw a circle as usual. Now you can keep it this shape if you want a perfectly round ice cream. That is perfectly fine with me, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. Oh gosh, that's a bit big, but I'm going to change the color to, let's see, how about I set the outline to black and pretty thick, like 5. Oh, whoops. 5. No? Oh, wait. Okay, I get what I'm doing now. So I've selected this, and then I'm gonna, alright, that's good. And then I'm gonna make the ice cream white, so you can actually see it. And now I'm gonna take our shaping tool again, and I'm gonna shape it to look kind of like some ice cream on top of a cone. And you can shape it and size it as whatever, and the code is literally the exact same thing, but I will show it to you again on the screen right now. Alright, so as you can see, I have created a new button called ice cream, and for this sprite's code, I have said when the sprite clicked, broadcast ice cream, which is literally the exact same thing, the exact same code as we put for the cone, but I just changed the name to a different signal. I just simply added a new, added a new message, and then I went to the ice cream, and I put when I receive ice cream next costume, and as you can see, I have created 3 costumes successfully using the shaping tool and the circle tool to my desires. And as you can see, when I click the button, it changes around. But now that we have this coded and everything else is done, I want to add some toppings to it to add more personality to your project. So now I am going to use this brush tool, or the painting tool, I guess, and I'm going to create some sprinkles to add to the project. So what color I'm going to use, I'm thinking I'll use blue, and then I'll just draw them out, I guess. And it doesn't really matter where you can draw them out, because you're going to be able to move them around anyway. So if they look really bad, then that's fine. So see, mine basically look like a bunch of squiggles, but you could select the group of them by just pressing down and drawing kind of rectangular border around it. And you can, oh, whoops. So I'm going to shrink mine, and I can move it around. I should be able to move mine around. Yes, no, maybe. Maybe not. You should be able to move them around. Although I'm not sure. You might have to move, yeah, you have to move each one separately, which I did not know, but you learn something new every single day. So, that's fine. But yeah, you're just going to do that. And then once you are done creating your sprinkles, you can add different toppings using, you can do like mini circles, circle type sprinkles, or you can, yeah, the possibilities are literally endless. You can add a cherry on yours or literally whatever you want. Be creative with it and have fun with it. Alright, so now I have successfully completed my project. I finished my cone, I finished my ice cream, and I've completed my toppings, adding a cherry, some chocolate chips, and some sprinkles. And feel free to mix and match as well. So I'm gonna do that. So anyway, again, the topping code is exactly the same as ice cream and cone code. All you need to do is make sure that you're assigning the correct code to the correct sprites, and you are using different broadcast messages because you don't want to get those mixed up, or different buttons will be doing the same thing, and that will not be good for your project. So yeah, and I also added a background to my project as well to add more personality to it, and if you want, you can even add another button personalizing the background as well. So yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the Scratch tutorial. I do plan on making other tutorials like this in the future because there are many things you can create with the simple code that I've used in this video. You can create like actual people makers, like icon creators, pancake makers, literally anything. The possibilities are endless, so feel free to go out there and experiment with all the shape tools in Scratch, and you can also import different images off of external websites online. So feel free to do that, and I also do plan on putting out more tutorials on how to do that as well. So if you'd like more tutorials like this, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video so more people can get more knowledge of Scratch. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great day, and keep on scratching. Bye!